Hello, everyone. Good evening. Where are my night crawlers? Good evening. Hi, welcome to Conversations with Pimo. And this is yours truly, Pimo. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Apologies that we're starting 1 hour late. It was a long day. It has been a long day. I almost cancelled, but I said no. I'll do this. I'll do this tonight. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Everyone who has been consistent, joining in. Thank you so much. God bless you. I hope it's been worth your time. I believe it has been worth your time. How's your day been? How's it been at your end? I hope all is well with you and you are looking forward to a great weekend. My weekend already started, even though I have a busy weekend ahead already. But nevertheless, we will move on and trust to make the best of it. But it's been a really amazing day with different conversations at different levels with different people, and it's really been amazing. Good evening, you are welcome. And I'm just going to go right into it. Welcome to my 15th lesson. I have been sharing with us my 40 life lessons that we started on the 1st of July, and I'm sharing with you my 15th lesson. And prioritizing those who make me a priority. I have learned to prioritize those who make me a priority. That sounds a bit harsh, or possibly that sounds very selfish. But truth is, in life, sometimes you just have to do that. It doesn't mean that you don't give allowance for people, but as I grow older, I begin to see that truly sometimes some people are just time wasters. Yeah, some people are just time wasters. You find that a lot with mentor mentee relationships. So you find people who say, "Oh, I want you to be my mentor," or or possibly uh, people pick. I think I talked about that some days ago. People pick mentors for some very flimsy reasons, and oh, she's this, oh, she's popular, oh, she's beautiful, oh, she's this, oh, I like the way she talks. And sometimes people also crave your attention just because of a need at that point in time. Nothing wrong if you're able to help people sort them out, as much as it lies within your power. But sometimes you also don't need to bend backwards for people who are just users and dumpers. You need to be able to identify such people in life. You need to be able to identify them. Prioritize those who make you a priority. It's amazing. And this is not a function of influence or a function of wealth or a function of someone who has money over someone who doesn't have money. No, it's just about someone who values who you are, what you carry, what you have to offer, someone who has come to appreciate you in their life. Such people, you give them priority. Such people, you give them audience. And it's vice versa. Sometimes we even find, sort of mentors creating time for some mentees who probably, have influence, celebrities, or they are well known, and then mentees who are just trying to, you know, add value or be a blessing, but because they don't exactly have the name or they are not exactly influential, we kind of turn them down. So like I said, it's vice versa. What is the lesson today? Create time, prioritize people who consider that you have value, people who believe that there's a reason for your relationship with them, who value that relationship, not people who are just there for the gain. So they are momentary, in your life, and it's just a function of what they want to get from you at that point in time. So you find sometimes people are in their need of something, and then they reach out to you, and then you obviously make out time and all of that, and then they disappear. Sometimes no feedback. Sometimes no, I got it done, or oh yeah, thank you so much for that counsel. This. And it's so funny. We find that a lot. And so when next time such people crave your time and then you realize that you're not giving them that, they label you. It's human. It's human nature to do that. But then you don't change yourself. You don't make yourself, you know, uh, at the mercy of somebody else. I think it's totally wrong that we seek people's approval at all cost. I think it's totally wrong. I think it is a slap on God's creation because you're human, he's human, she's human. As much as it is important to honor, respect people regardless of their status, I think it's also important that we don't also degrade ourselves just because we crave someone's attention or because we crave someone's validation. No, we don't do that. You are God's creation as much as that person is God's creation. You are God's creation as much as that person it is God's creation. You don't devalue yourself. You don't begin to compromise on yourself or compromise on the things that you've held in high esteem simply because you want to be accepted in certain quarters or just because you want to be validated by someone or because you feel like your voice needs to be heard within this quarter. No, you don't do that. That is like rubbishing, what God is doing with you, in you, and through you. Prioritize those who make me a priority. Luke 12:34 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be." Where your treasure is, there's where your heart would be. The things that you give importance to is where your heart would be. So you don't want to give importance to things or to people who don't reciprocate that. And I'm not saying we should do me, I do you. No, I'm not saying, the measure you give is the measure you receive. No, that's not how love works. I'm not talking about the measure you give, the measure. Sometimes you're even giving more, but you know that this person you're giving this more to values, appreciates. And how do you know that they value it? You know that the relationship isn't just about give me, give me, give me. And you find such people, they respond back to that in respect, in honor, in carrying you along, in updating you, in considering your counsel worthy of consideration. And so, not that, you're just being pulled along and you just seem to be like that emergency gear they put on when they're in their need, and that's the only time they think of you. I think it's wrong if you have been doing that and just taking advantage of people, sometimes also because of their of their largeness of heart. Some people have such a large heart, and then unfortunately, some people just milk them of that large heart. Some people just, lynch on them and they just become parasitic. It is wrong. So there are those who just, like I said, they're just parasitic and they take advantage of someone's largeness of heart. If you are that person with a large heart, you need the Holy Spirit to be able to help you manage how you respond, how you relate, how you interact to people. It is so important. It's such a healthy way to live because what happens is that when such things are not now reciprocated, there's a tendency that you now begin to live in offense. There's a tendency that you now begin to feel like Oh, but I did this. Oh, but I did that. So to save yourself such heartache, sometimes it's just better that you prioritize those who make you a priority, those who consider that your input in their lives is of value, those who, even in friendships, so it's not a friendship of what I can get, what I can take out of this. It's a friendship of, it's a mutual friendship. It's a friendship of, oh, you're adding value to me, I'm adding value to you. You're adding value to me, I'm adding value to you. Even with our children, sometimes they just want to take advantage of our leniency. And you just have to learn as a parent to prioritize, to let them know sometimes they can't have all the attention that they want. It's a way of training them, it's a way of helping them see and understand that in life you give priority to what is prioritized. That's how life works. Same with business, same with ministry. It's so important that we identify these time wasters and people who just suck us so dry that we are left almost empty. Prioritize those who make you a priority. It's important. And like I said, it's not a function of how wealthy the person is, how influential the person is. No. There are people who don't even have anything to offer you or to give you other than themselves, their service, their loyalty, their love, their genuineness. Prioritize such people. Don't give priority to people because of class, because of status, because of what you can get from them and how good they look on you, how good they look on your Instagram status, how good they look on your Facebook status. No, that's not how we prioritize people. We prioritize people based on how much value they are adding to your life and how much virtue is flowing out of you to them whenever you have encounters with them. It is so important. I think as we grow older, we become more mature, and then we are discerning enough to know how to differentiate and how to, appreciate these different sets of people, and the wisdom to say no, the wisdom to say, oh yeah, this is it, the wisdom to just appreciate what it is that God is doing with you. That is my 15th lesson for today. Prioritize those who make me a priority. I've learned that over the years and I've seen that happen. I've seen myself, leave that out over and over and over. Emphasis is not so much about status, it's not so much about age, it's not so much about how influential, it's about how impactful, how much value they brought into your life. I hope this has blessed you, and I hope you've gained one or two things from it. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 10 p.m., not 11. And let's look at my 16th life lesson. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I believe that it's been worth your time. And thank you for sticking around till 11. God bless you. I see you.